Bienvenue sur Iconique TV. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes au Caire, c'est la culture qui vous parle. Nous sommes au Musée National. Toutes les antiquités et l'histoire de l'Égypte s'y retrouvent. Restez connectés, on vous montre tout ça.
Cœur du Caire, berceau de l'une des plus grandes civilisations de l'histoire, la culture se vit, se transmet et se partage. Aujourd'hui, Iconique TV vous emmène au Musée National du Caire, un lieu emblématique où plus de 7000 ans d'histoire égyptienne prennent vie. Ici, chaque œuvre raconte une mémoire, chaque salle révèle un dialogue entre passé et présent. De l'Égypte pharaonique à l'époque moderne, le musée est bien plus qu'un espace d'exposition, c'est un pont entre les civilisations, un héritage universel offert au monde. C'est dans ce cadre exceptionnel que The Hope Giving Campaign a organisé 3 journées dédiées à la découverte de la culture égyptienne, 3 jours pensés comme une immersion, une transmission, une expérience humaine forte. À travers des visites culturelles, des temps d'échange et de sensibilisation, la Fondation a permis à de nombreux participants de se reconnecter à l'histoire, à l'identité et aux valeurs profondes de l'Égypte. Car préserver la culture, c'est aussi nourrir l'espoir. C'est donner aux nouvelles générations les clés pour comprendre d'où elles viennent afin de mieux construire où elles vont. À Iconique TV, nous croyons que la culture est un langage universel capable de rassembler, d'élever, de transmettre. Et ici au Caire, l'histoire continue de s'écrire avec sens, engagement et humanité. Très vite pour une nouvelle immersion culturelle sur Iconique TV.
Bienvenue sur Iconique TV. Nous sommes actuellement toujours au Caire, mais aux Pyramides de Gizeh. Nous allons faire une visite guidée avec Ahmed, qui est un guide touristique et historique. Donc nous allons vous faire découvrir en fait tout ce qui se passe ici et surtout nous allons vous raconter l'histoire. Restez connectés. Thank you so much being here. I'm so happy, so glad, and I'm so impressed. So tell me more about yourself. Who are you exactly?
So this is Ahmed Halim. I'm a tour guide. I've been in this business almost like 22 years. And before to be a tour guide, I used to be like a history and a geography teacher. I teach for about like 5 years in the primary school, history of Egypt. Then I gave up and then I studied like a high diploma for another 2 years to be like a freelance tour guide. Then I started in this business. After a while, I start to create my own travel agent. I'm so happy and glad you see and come to see my country and my beautiful pyramids right here.
Thank you so much. So can you tell us more about the what is it exactly? What represent the pyramids? Why they are being created and by who?
Okay, first of all, when we are talking about the Giza pyramids, this is where we are. We have to remember Egypt land has many different pyramids are located in a different sites. But among of the Egyptian pyramids, Giza plateau where we are is one of the most famous archaeological sites in Egypt. Could be all over the world. When we are talking about the Giza pyramids, we are talking about this how the ancient Egyptians are thinking about the life after life. So Giza plateau, it has about 11 or 12 different pyramids. Those are the different pyramids related to the same family, and it dates back to the same royal family, the same dynasty, which is a fourth dynasty, which it means 2551 BC. But the founder of dynasty number 4 was a king in the history known Senefro. So Senefro was ahead of dynasty number 4, but his pyramid are not right here. It's in the other side, which is about 50 kilometers to the south. But once the Senefro passed away, one of his great son, which is the Great Pyramid, Khufu, succeeded his father and started his plan to build the royal tomb. So this is what we are supposed to see about 9 different pyramids. The famous one, the 3 gigantic pyramids. Those are for the father, son, and the grandson. Then we have like 6 small pyramids. Those are dedicated to the queens. Those is where to use like a royal tomb. So when we're talking about the pyramids of Giza, we have to remember something very important. Why the ancient Egyptian are thinking to build such like a gigantic royal tomb? Because in ancient Egypt, they were believed in the life after life. At the time, when we talk about the ancient cult, there is a famous god. This is known Ra. So at the time, believed when the king died, just the material body died, but the spirit never ever died. So that's why the idea how to help and support these are the spirit of the king from the earth to move up to the heaven, to unite it with Ra, which is the god. So that's why you see the pyramid was made as a giant staircase to take the spirit from the earth up to the heaven. When we're talking about the Giza pyramid, bear in mind something very important. These are not the eldest pyramid of Egypt. We still have another pyramid somewhere else, came before this and came after. But why the Giza pyramid are among of the ancient pyramids are the most famous? Number one, they are still the most intact after each constructions. Number two, related to number one, which is one of the best quality of the limestone ever used among of the other pyramids. Overall, is still the most enigmatic and mystery about the way of the constructions, about the accuracy. This is how the Egyptian had such an ancient advanced technology. It seemed like lost over the centuries. So when we talk, for example, about the Great Pyramid, and you see the shape, take the same shape of the sun rising, follow and facing to the stars, and it has to build for about 20 years. So this is reflect the stability of the land, reflect the justice at the time, and the richness of the land. We discover in the supervisors of the constructions tomb how the king was paid for those people. Could be like a foods, like farms, supplies, gold, could be a gemstones. So when we look to the Great Pyramid from here, and you see the pyramid nowadays, it has missing a lot of these are the material which used to cover the pyramid from outside. That's why we have to remember before and after. When the pyramid back to 2500 BC, how does looks like? At the time, it's still like intact, it's smooth inside, and it used to be has a cap stone made out of the marble or alabaster. Those are the capstone, same direction of the pyramid, but plated by yellow gold. And it has such like a title, the name, and the possessions of the king. Out of curiosity, and why not, to steal some of this block to build their monument in Egypt land. That's why anyone asking what happened to the layers of the pyramid, always remember due to the theft, not only the erosion or the wind or the weather, but we are talking about the pyramid which has lasted 4,500 years.
Thank you, Ahmed,
You are welcome.
for this explanation. Can you tell us also what we can find inside? Because people see it outside, but we are very curious because I know that we can visit the inside of the pyramid, but how it works, how it is exactly, how it looks like, because we want to go, but I think it's complicated.
Indeed, why not? If anyone interested to go inside the pyramid, because I have been asked many times, how does looks like the pyramids inside? Because many people are came with a conception pyramid inside like a big hole. It doesn't work like that. So pyramid inside like it's outside. The only way the passages system, which is taking you to a certain places. So when you are interested to go inside the pyramid, it is only about the passages, corridors up and down, and there is some like X's and connections, but those are the passages cannot be there open all time. They work to be sealed to misdirection and misguiding the tomb raiders. So when we are talking about the pyramid, this is more like artificial mountain. So imagine, for example, the Great Pyramid has about 2.3 million blocks, each one ranging between 2 ton until 80 ton. This is a kind of stone, vast of the majority, limestone, came from the same place where we are, but beside the limestone, we have to travel south far or far south, to bring such granite. So this is a kind of the granite stones came from such two different sites. One of this from the direction of the Red Sea, and the second one from Aswan. When I'm talking about Aswan and Egyptian city, this is almost where the border between Sudan and Egypt. So to be more scientific, in Aswan, to mining the granite, it came from all over Aswan, from the east bank, from the west bank, and from the river island. This is how the Egyptians are wait and using the flood, of the river to pushing all of these blocks into the Giza plateau. That's why always the most common questions, why the pyramids so far to the Nile? It just happened nowadays in the modern history of Egypt. But if you asked any one of the elder generation who been to Egypt like 100 or 120 years ago, he can tell you that how the Nile is still running into the side of the mount, exactly at front of the foot of these are the Sphinx. So the one we're gonna see today. So when you go inside the pyramid, this part we discover a lot, but it's still more and more hidden and is still under excavation.
And there is no any mysterious stuff inside. There is no weapons, or like we can see on some movies.
No, we can discover. Why not? We can discover a lot of the stuff. Could be such like another hidden mummy, or a treasures like weapons of the king, or any like a mystery stuff. Who knows? Could be happen in the future. Yes, because we are, talking about the most enigmatic site.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, you are welcome.
Thank you so much. On continue la visite, restez connectés. Alors nous nous trouvons maintenant devant la pyramide où se trouvent donc les deux entrées où les gens peuvent aller justement visiter. On a une plus petite entrée qui a été créée par un homme en fait il y a quelques années, et l'entrée principale qui se situe juste en haut. Donc Ahmed va nous expliquer tout ça. So Ahmed, you just told me that there is two entrances, but from the beginning only one exists. And what about the second one?
Yeah, first of all, welcome to the Khufu pyramids. This is one of the biggest pyramids we have all entire Egypt. When we are talking about the Khufu, according to the historian, he became a pharaoh and a king after his father Senefru, and he ruled Egypt between 23 years or 27. At the time of his lifetime, he was succeeded to achievement one of the most enigmatic building and constructions made by mankind. When we look to these are the side of the pyramid, we are officially at the north direction, where we see these are the two different entrances. The top, these are the real one, which is made at the days of the pyramid, and the short where the people are using for going inside, this is made officially at 9th century AD. At the time, we have a famous ruler in the history known Al-Ma'mun. So that's why Al-Ma'mun a day was a caliph of the all Islamic states, ruled Egypt, ruled the Islamic states from Baghdad in Iraq. So a day he received such news from his men in Egypt: Majesty, Egypt has a pyramid and it might has a treasures inside. May you come to see and to discover it. Al-Ma'mun and his men cannot easily recognize where is the entrances, because the conception when they are thinking about inside the pyramid to be like a big hollow. So he came with an intention, after he digging 1 or 2 or 5 meter, can easily discover inside the pyramid, and never happen like that. So at the time, he spent more than 8 months to go in, and he couldn't. That's why somehow al-Ma'mun became more madness. Until the Egyptian blacksmith offered to him an idea at the time to use a vinegar with a fire as a liquid, and we are pour on the stones, then the stone will be break and melt. So that's why they started to build like a wooden scabbard, and then they are started like a random digging. Almost after 50 meters, they succeeded, and they discovered these are the real passage, which is taking you up almost like 50 meters, with ended a burial chamber at the time where the coffin is. But we have some historian are talking al-Ma'mun and his men catch nothing.
And can you tell us about, we heard about malediction, like it's not good to enter inside or to see the mummy or stuff like this. What people think about it?
Yes, inside the pyramid, guys, nowadays, as we said, we have no mummy. When we discovered the burial chamber, the coffin was an empty. Could be someone reached to this place even before the Arabs came to the land of Egypt, but I'm not sure quite if you follow the Egyptian media. This is like a big mission and a task started officially when they are like scan the pyramid in 2015. They show in this art scan a big hollow, and this is still running, and there is another hidden corridors, So in a couple years, they discover these are corridors 9 meters in length, 2 meters in width. At the end of the corridors, we have the shape like two massive blocks, and those are has like a handle. So May after this one, we have like a chamber, but it's still under excavations. We are not reached to it yet.
So I visited the National Museum,
Yes,
with the Egyptian heritage, and I visited the mummy. I saw the mummy in the death chamber.
yes.
So where did the mummy, where we found it, like where they were from the beginning?
Those are the mummy you are talking about.
Ramses II, like Ramses III.
Ramses II, Ramses III, Hatshepsut,
Exactly.
Akhenaten, Miriam Betah, and the others. Those are the most preserved mummies, officially discovered in a different site, in a different era, and a different dynasties. Those are the one you're talking about. Officially came from Upper Egypt, where a Luxor city, from the Valley of the Kings and the Valley of the Queens. Could be the accusation. These are not a royal tombs. It could be a plant power or something like this.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank
Yes.
you so much. It was super clear. So now we continue. On va continuer la visite. Restez connectés. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Vous parlez français du coup?
Ah oui, un peu de français.
Bon, bah, c'est super. Alors dites-moi tout. Qu'est-ce que vous faites ici?
Ici, donc, en tout cas, avant tout, soyez les bienvenus ici. Ça, c'est le musée des papyrus. Avant de commencer à regarder, je voudrais vous expliquer comment les anciens Égyptiens, depuis 5000 ans, comment ils ont fait ce papier-là, le papier du papyrus. On a ici des papiers clairs, on a des papiers foncés. Tout vient de la même plante. Donc, la plante, elle s'appelle papyrus. Donc, le nom du papier vient de la plante. La plante ne se trouve que ici en Égypte, au bord du Nil. C'est parce que c'est une plante tropicale et aquatique. Le fleur de la plante représente le dieu Ra, le dieu du soleil. Mais la tige de la plante, elle était la forme d'une petite pyramide. Pyramide représente la vie éternelle, l'éternité et la vie après la mort. Comment on fait le papier? Fleur, non. C'est la tige. La tige, elle va jusqu'à 3 ou bien 4 mètres. Donc on peut faire n'importe quel format. Voyez, on doit couper la tige comme ça, selon le format. Après ça, on doit couper la partie verte. Ça, c'est fort et solide. Ça, c'est pour faire des sandales, des chaussures, des baniers. C'est parce que c'est une partie très solide. Quand on tire comme ça, c'est très dur. Ça, c'est incassable. Mais pour faire les papiers, ce n'est pas ça. Pour faire les papiers, c'est partie blanche. Elle doit être coupée comme ça. Ça, c'est fragile, facile à casser. Mais pourquoi? Parce que ça, c'est plein de l'eau. C'est pour cette raison on doit utiliser ce rouleau, on doit rouler pour faire sortir de l'eau. Avec de l'eau, il casse, mais maintenant, sans eau, ne casse pas. Ça, c'est facile à rouler, très solide. Mais dis donc, il y a des fibres qui sont pleines de sucre, de gélatine. On laisse ici 5 jours si on veut un papier clair. Mais si on préfère l'autre, le foncé, on laisse 10 jours. Donc tout le papier clair, 5. tout le papier foncé, c'est 10 jours. Après ça, on va prendre des pièces comme ceux-là, ça vient de coton, de moquette, mais les deux, elles n'existaient pas à l'époque. Ils ont utilisé le lin à la place. Maintenant, on les fait comme les tissages, c'est-à-dire une horizontale comme ça, mais l'autre, la deuxième, doit être verticale. C'est parce que le coton, il absorbe l'eau qui reste. Donc, on les fait comme ça, horizontalement et verticalement, une et l'autre, comme ça jusqu'à la fin. Après ça, on doit garder tout ensemble ici, sous la presse, encore 5 jours. Les pharaons utilisaient les pierres ou bien le calcaire à la place de la presse. Donc, on a dit 5 jours dans l'eau, 5 sous la presse. Finalement, après 10 jours exactement, ça sera un vrai original papier de papyrus comme ça.
Et moi, j'ai une question du coup. Comment faisaient-ils pour mettre la couleur? Qu'est-ce qu'ils
La
utilisaient?
couleur, au temps des anciens Égyptiens, vient de fleurs, des pierres, de la plante, et la suite, c'est tout naturel. Aujourd'hui, c'est la gouache.
D'accord.
Et tout ça, c'est des copies d'original. Par exemple, ça, c'est le premier calendrier qui existe dans tout le monde entier, qui vient d'Égypte et des temples de Dandra. Mais il se trouve maintenant au plafond du musée du Louvre à Paris. Voilà, 12 personnes représentent 12 mois. 4 femmes représentent les 4 saisons. Le couple, c'est 4 directions, est, ouest, nord, sud. Les 24 bras, c'est 24 heures. 1 heure, 2 heures, 3 heures, comme ça jusqu'à midi, jusqu'à minuit. Au milieu, il y a le horoscope, Scorpion, Sagittaire, Cancer, tous les signes. On peut accrocher horizontal, vertical, même au plafond, il vous donne le même sens.
Incroyable.
Okay, welcome to the Grand Gallery. This is where we can see a masterpiece talking about the great pharaoh, Ramses II. This is one of the most unique pharaoh ever in the ancient civilization. And when we look to the statues here, where they are represented the kingship of the King Ramses II or Ramses II with all royal features, such the double crowns over the heads, and he came with a military pose, and he holding the royal seals in his hand, and such a kind of the statues like this one weighs over 84 tons, carved from one piece of rock, remaining 3,200 years. Officially, the statue was discovered in ancient Memphis or ancient city of Memphis. It was the first capital city unification between Upper and Lower Egypt. From the back of the statue here, Gamila, we can watch the title and the names of the king written inside the cartouches. And you can read from top to the bottom, Wisr Mat Ra, Sitib in Ra, and Sa Ra. Above of the cartouches, you can see the Nusibiti, logo. This is how the king represented as a lord of the two land of Egypt. And there is such like artistic touch when you see the figure of the lady. She is one of the Ramses' daughter. Her name is Merit Amun, which it means beloved of the god Amun Ra, in a position when she succeeded her father, and the cartouches was written inside over there front of the figure. This is where the name of Merit Amun. So where we found this statue, it was in the capital city, which is Memphis.
And all this sculpture, all this treasure, where in Egypt?
We're in Egypt and discovered in Egypt, and they are real stuff. They are not a replica, you know. But they are represented the history of Egypt in a different period, in a different dynasties, you know.
Okay.
Yes, come. We take a skeleton from here. This is the foods, mummified foods. Can see these are the baskets. The jar food can be like pomegranate, figs, dates, emmer wheat.
And why did they
talk to the life after life. So imagine when you are in a journey, you are from France, came to Egypt for like an event, could be 2, 3, 4 days. Can you afford when you travel with no drink, with no eating? It doesn't work like this one. So in ancient Egypt, they were thinking they are going to a new homeland. So that's why you have to take everything with you, like this way. And these are the boxes where they found the foods. And these are the numbers of the basket. Everything here belong to the same tombs. You remember these are the outer skin of a papyrus?
Yeah.
They are tailored to use a basket like this one here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. May you are interested to see and excited to see these are the the first ivory game board, like this one here.
Let's see that.
This one here, Gamila. This is ivory game board, which is made out of ivory pieces, and we see some bird over there. For some reason, used for a game, you know. And those are the boarding and the ink and the pigment, which used by the ancient scribe. And this is how they are obtaining the color from environment and from the nature. So such a hematite, a limonite, and those are the white color which came from the limestone, and the black color came from the carbon. You know, this is how they mix the color with a wax and the eggs white to last forever like this. Then you have to see this one. So these foods and drinks, like this one here. Yes. May you interest to see like an, you know,
This
like
is-
a sistra,
Oh,
make a sound.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
like
yeah.
for a music, for
Yeah.
some reason. You know, these are a musical instrument like this one here. You can see it. This is like a
Yeah,
sistra,
that's-
which is make a sound. You can see like a flute,
Yeah.
you know, and you can see all of this, such like a model, and these are the
yeah.
sticks like this one here.
They love the music
Of course,
at this time.
Of course, most of these are the musical instruments started in ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
Then the now we
Art,
came
yeah,
to the jewelry.
yeah.
This is your nature is calling you jewelry.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
this is jewelry of the
exactly,
king.
exactly.
This is the number of the bracelet, necklaces, earring, and rings. Guess how much does it cost one of this bracelet, Gamila?
I don't know what.
I loved so much. This one has a scarab beetle, which is in ancient mythology, the scarab represent good luck.
Oh yeah. I think this is priceless. Like there
Yes,
is-
of course, of course.
This is priceless.
So look at this one as well over there, full
Wow.
dress, gold and precious stones.
What a treasure.
The most impressive when we look at is still remaining in a good shape and a good condition.
Of course, like
No one can imagine these are lasted for 3,000 years.
yeah,
almost.
that's crazy
Yes.
because you can just say that someone just created right now.
Yes.
Nous sommes arrivés à la fin de cette visite culturellement enrichissante. Thank you so much, Ahmed, for all your time and all those visits. It was amazing. Thank you for your time, your help.
With all pleasure, and we do it with love, you know.
Thank you, and we really appreciate it. And thanks for all those details. On ne vous a pas dit, mais Ahmed est aussi enseignant en histoire, d'où le fait qu'il a pu nous donner toutes ces informations, et on en est ravis. Thanks you again.
You are welcome. With all pleasure. Thank you so much, and we are so honored that you are coming to visit my beautiful country and also my ancient history, you know. And Egypt always like hospitality, the guests and the visitors, you know. And we are not strange to anyone, you know. So we are glad to see anyone came from anywhere.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Yes.
Merci encore et à très vite pour de nouvelles aventures.